everybody, it's Christina from Redefine Creative, and I am here with the design team layout for the Cut to You design team today, and I am super excited because I get to play with cut files and I get to play with the black cut files, which totally makes my day. So if you hang around this channel or if you know me at all, you know that I love bright pops of color mixed with black. And so I have this 4x6 photo of my daughter. And she's like looking backwards over her shoulder with this really cool black owl jacket that her grandma bought for her. And so I've taken this, my kind of messy cut file from Cut to You, and I used my silhouette to cut it in black cardstock. And then I went ahead, as I often do, and cut my cut file apart. So I have a big piece that's going to go in the top and then a smaller piece for the bottom. And I just wanted it to be kind of at a diagonal. So I'm using this pink background to offset that color because I wanted to play with some of these little Instagram looking, I don't know, Polaroid frames, I guess you could call it. And so I'm going to pull out a few of those that I know that I want to use that just have some really fun phrases. And so I thought the pink was a perfect fit with the black and white. And so I'm going to scatter these three little frames kind of across where my cut file is. And I want to create some dangling elements on my cut file. So I know that I'm kind of leaving myself open for those little spaces. And I have taken my cut file and put it on foam adhesive so that it stands up off the background. And that's going to be important for when I want to try and kind of dangle things off of it. So I am going to use these older Amy Tangerine white thickers for my title to just say Wild About You. And I thought that was perfect because her jacket has this huge owl on the back. And so I'm like, hey, that kind of works. So I'm going to have that title right on top of my photo, like you guys know I love to do. So this is like a very Khristina layout. So we've got black and white, pops of bright colors, title right over our photo, and taking a cut file and cutting it apart into different pieces. So I had these stickers that I had been given from my friend JoJo, and I'm gonna add this little one that says #rebel, and then there's also one that says love you, and I thought those were kind of perfect additions because it tones down the softness. So there's a lot of softness going on, but I wanted a little bit of that rebellious spirit in there still because she definitely has that going on. So those stickers kind of help to tone down the softness and make it a little bit more, I don't even know the word, I guess rebellious. So that's kind of where I'm going with that. I am putting some foam behind my picture just because it wasn't sitting the way I wanted it to sit because I have so much foam on my cut file. So I did need to add a little bit of foam onto my photo just to help it sit correctly on the page. And then I added some of those little foam white kind of stars throughout my clusters because I do have that white title. So it's going to kind of tie all of that together. And I have all of these stickers from Paper House Productions that are these Dream Big, Believe, and they have all these really cool moons and stars. And so I know I want to get those on this page. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create some fun little dangling elements from my cut file. And this is a really easy way to work with a cut file to add something that's just a little bit different. So all I'm going to do is create some clusters of stars. So I'm going to have one in that open space over on the left-hand side between my photo and my little Instagram frame, Polaroid quotes. I don't even know what they're called, you guys. So I'm going to have a few over there, and then I'm also going to have a few in the bottom corner where I have that other piece of cut file. So all I'm doing here is putting them on some foam adhesive. And so I'm going to have little clusters of 3. So I've got a blackish, a purple, pinks. You guys will be able to see them better close up. And if you want to grab those from Paper House Productions, I will leave my coupon code down below so you can get a discount because Paper House Productions has some really cool new stuff and you definitely want to check that out too. All right, so I have added my little stars down here on the bottom. So I've got 2 kind of clusters of 3 going on there. And then I'm going to take my black and white twine And all I'm going to do is, and I probably should have done this before because it looks a little awkward the way that I decide to do it now. I'm just going to be honest. I'm going to thread it through my cut file, or attempt to thread it through my cut file. And it takes a little work because there's some foam on there already. Because I want these stars to look like they're hanging over my cut file. So I'm going to go ahead and thread that through, and then I just cut the loose ends. So they're kind of attached by that foam that's underneath my stars. And then I'm going to do the same thing with this little pink one, and then I do the same thing with my ones down at the bottom as well. And I really love that look. So trying to kind of find a little bit of a different way to use your cut files. This messy one is a perfect one to hang stuff off of. And it just makes a little bit more of a unique look. Now, if you are somebody who happens to not have a cutting machine, but you need this cut file in your life, you can go over to my Redefine Creative shop, and we offer this cut file from Cut to You as a pre-cut option. So if you don't have a machine, you can grab this particular cut file over there. And I would love to see what you guys make with it too. So I decided I needed a little bit more of that thread up here in this top portion. So I'm just creating like a little hanger almost for this Difficult Roads piece of ephemera. So it kind of looks like it's hanging on the wall, I guess you could say. And I think that's going to be about it, you guys. I am going to take a little bit of this blue washi because I felt like I needed a little tiny bit of detail around my photo. So I'm going to tear this washi tape and add just a little piece of it on the side and then a little piece of it up here at the top, just to kind of give a little more emphasis around my photo. But really, you guys, this is going to be it. I'm not going to do anything else like too super fancy. I do go ahead and take a black Sharpie and I'm going to put some black lines around the edge of my page because there is something about that finishing detail that really makes a layout finished. So I would love to hear from you guys. Is this a detail that you add or you find yourself adding a lot of times on your pages where you just go around the edge with either ink or with a marker? Because I just feel like a layout isn't finished until it has that detail around the edge. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. But I hope you enjoy seeing what I did with this cut file. I definitely encourage you to cut some cut files out of black cardstock because I know you're going to love the look that you get. And I will see you guys again really soon. Bye, everybody.